Hello, everybody. The Astrology Report had a great life talking about the fear of commitment. Uh, was very good questions. I think so. That turned out to be a very good video. It will help out in the future with this. What's interesting right now, we're going to talk about astrology. Uh, what is interesting that happens now in the sky is that Jupiter, about pretty much 12 years ago, it was in the same spot. Kind of like the things that goes on. I made a screenshot. What happened? What it was the sky looked like 12 years ago. I'll show it to you. And I was talking to a few people today about what was that 12 years ago. And I come back 12 years ago. The other people that come back 12 years ago. And we reviewed that we kind of like repeat similar mistakes, or we had the similar things that happened in the past 2-3 years or so on. And it was very funny that the 12 years cycle, it's in the Chinese astrology that every year is the one astrological sign for it, which is based in Jupiter. And I seen it that there's been a huge improvement over the past 12 years, because that was the moment 12 years ago when Uranus entered Aries. That was the beginning of this end of cycle of the old Pisces confusions things for it. And we entering, that was the time pretty much when the twin flames begin to awake. That was the force that was leading to Joy with Johnny. Oh wow, Joy, thank you. Find me on Facebook. I would love to kind of like give you back that energy. Want to do one-on-one talk, or if you need an astrology overview of your chart or anything. There is quite a few people here. I help out as well with this, so I'm honored that you do this. And when we talk about an astrology, we talk about this magnetic field, this gravitational push and pulls between planets. And we figured out that we are magnets as well, so they're affecting us. Okay. And now Jupiter is moving towards Aries. A lot of you can feel as this ending of something. But what's ending in you? Do you have the sorrow of now passing this 12 cycle period? You didn't learn something? Did you repeat the cycle? Did you learn something from it? And did you grow? Did you end up into the next stage, to the next level, to the next things, to the next situations? So if you, during this period of 12 years, if you go back 12, 13 years back, you will figure it out that there was something that really repeated from within. And now when Jupiter is going to go into Aries, we're going to kind of like have an overview of what the energy will be look like into the Aries. And then Jupiter is going to come back. He's going to turn retrograde. When it comes back, he's going to re-enter Pisces. And then from Pisces, he's going to go direct. So during this process, for it that's going to happen, you will be given last chance, last things to do that. Because once the train begins to leave, it'll begin to leave. Some who finish the job, they're going to take the train now. They're just going to go and move with it. And some, they're going to have the overview. It all depends of you. I will suggest you to sit down with yourself, have this 12-year cycle overview and see how did you go with it. So what's going on currently in the sky? So here is when we're talking about Jupiter right now. It's in 29 degrees 34 minutes within Pisces. Where he was 12 years exactly ago, what I was talking about, he was in 27 degrees 8 minutes in Pisces. And Uranus was just about the time to cross. As you see the graphics here, it's crazy energy, and there were crazy energy back in 2010. We had the big planets were kind of like spread out through the chart. Saturn was opposing Uranus here. It's like, Lauren, restrictions is not the right time. You have to learn the new things before you move on. There was so much going on. As you see it, Pluto was still on Capricorn. It was a squares, and it's like, you need to learn to let go, otherwise there's going to be no transformations in the material world, and so on. But we're talking about the situation is now. The situation is that we have the moon in Leo. And with the moon in Leo, we have a T-square with the sun and Uranus. You probably in the past maybe like a couple of days, you experienced this intense vibrations. That was the time when the moon joined Lilith, and the same time the sun joined Uranus. That's kind of like an internal fight within two opposite things at the same time. You feel two different feelings at the same time, and it's like confusion and confusion and confusion. That confusion is from Jupiter. It's kind of like telling you how the things were, and you may review your relationships, you may things, you maybe feel like breaking up with someone because you feel like something is not right. But before blaming the other person, take a look at you. That my suggestions will be, because you may missing something. You may missed important part that you keep repeating same mistakes because of you, not because of the person. So the moon is in Leo right now. The moon is at exactly in halfway to Leo in the 15 degrees. As you see here, this red triangle here that it's created. Okay, that is a T-square here. And the moon is opposing Saturn in Aquarius. That is the only one aspect that I'll kind of like look in. What is your limitations? What are you afraid of? Are you putting yourself in the jail and isolation? Are you carrying this energy of yourself and universe? It's like the whole universe is pushing you. Now you're punishing yourself. You punished yourself for some reason. And that's going to go away. That's going to run out of it. But as you see it here, there's a trine here with Venus. You might be looking at to the love in a new way. You may discover the love within. I will go ahead and take a look some of these princess movies, because some of you is gonna grow to this princess or to this queen that learned from the princess. These lessons they are, because the princess just came out. The princess was reborn. Venus is in Aries. Okay, there is this increase, these parts of no more shadow, no more hiding. And since the moon is in Leo and that beautiful trine within fire signs, that is the fire from within. and take a look at this energy and use it for yourself. Also, there is a divine energy with Mars that can lead you to these masculine energies inside of you. It is about you. You getting this masculine energies for some reason, for the proper use of what they are. The prince, it's a prince, but he's got to have this, this, and this. Does the damn prince has a soul? You're gonna go from there. So there is a lot of review on this. We also have this trine with Mercury. We're going to have this Mercury retrograde continue coming up and piles up. You will be probably feeling it, know about it. I mean, Mercury retrograde, it's a Mercury retrograde, but the movement of Mercury retrograde is that he's going to move from Gemini, he's going to go back to Taurus. What did you not learn in Taurus? What did you not learn about the material world? What review you have to do in the material world? Would you change your communications about material world, your things about the material world? There's going to be a lot of going on with this because of this movement of Jupiter. It's going to be kind of like, take a look at it the new way. All right, take a look at it the new way. So this is going to be on Monday, on Tuesday, on Sunday. On Monday, the moon is going to be on Leo. Beautiful divine energy or beautiful ego energy. It depends of how you are given choices. Okay, you're given choices of what you're going to do. You're going to choose the divine. If you're choosing the divine, okay, that's this. Let me bring this green lines here, and it's called the yacht, which is finger of God, but that is to Pluto and transformation process. Are you going to transform to this queen that all the people in the kingdom loves her? Well, there's going to be some always people that not going to love you. It doesn't matter what you do. But on the other side, we have a Neptune and Jupiter. That is the end of this finger of God. Visions, growth, lack of the confusions, but growth. See through the confusions and understand where the things are. You're the king, you're the queen. If you don't see it, who would? You're in charge of that kingdom. It's going to be a very good divine moments if you catch this. But if you're in your ego, you're going to have a hell of a time. That's going to be a anger communications because of Mercury. You're going to be squaring this. Alira Home, thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you for the super chat. If you hit me on the Facebook, and I will gladly return the things to you. Have a little one-on-one chat and help you with some of the things. That would be grateful, and I appreciate it for the super chat. So these communications, they can be as the type of you given orders without even realizing that these orders maybe not the right ones. You're this mad emperor that go destroys it, go do this, go do that. And the other side of it, there is a Saturn. That's the opposition with Saturn. Lack of abilities, lack of closeness is like, I want to be sent to the jail and so on. Okay? It all depends of how you're going to perceive this energy. All right. So on Tuesday, the moon it's going to be moving. It's going to be in Virgo, healing time. Maybe you'll figure out it's Mercury retrograde. You better know when Mercury retrograde, don't send nasty grams, okay? No nasty communications, no bad things like this, all right? If you have learned it, you probably will. The other thing is the moon is going to be opposing Mars. Now, the warrior inside of you wants to show up who's the boss. You know, you're going to be this standing in your opinion, standing in your mind, standing in your ego, and you're like, no, I am that I am. It's got to be my way. It's got to be your way, but what about the love? You know, you're going to have a beautiful divine energies out of love, but it's your ego. Either you have an ego or you have the soul love. Each one is going to be. Okay? I mean, Venus just got reborn to a princess. And you're going to love the princess you become, or you're going to be staying in the past. And it's like, be mad that, oh, here you go. They're the princess. I am not. Jealousy, you know, a little bit more Virgo type of thing. It's like introvert. I want to show up myself in the room. I want to stay there because somebody is a princess. What's going to take you to become the princess? You. So this energy is going to be very present. There's going to be a beautiful trine with Uranus. The universe is going to kind of like come with a gift. If you choose the love, the God's love, you don't choose it, you stay in the ego. God says, well, I can't help you. I bring you a gift. You don't want to take it. Well, I did my job. I sent the gift. I sent the good energy. I sent the good things. But you, what did you do with it? You don't believe in me. You don't believe in energy. You don't believe in these things. Then guess what? It is what it is. So, Nicholas Blackstone, hi. Hi, Nicholas. So, be mindful of these energies. They are there for a reason. You may learn or you make mistakes and learn. It's up to you how you're going to be working on. The moon is going to be at 23 degrees in Virgo. We have Mercury retrograde already. As you see it though, right in here, it's something you're going to feel pressure. The sun, it's going very close to the North Node, part of your destiny. Some of you are going to feel your destiny. Some of you are going to understand the destiny. Some of you is going to get communications from God that it's your destiny because Mercury is retrograde. Mercury is not retrograde just because of it, for no reasons. It always has the lessons from divine. The legend about Mercury retrograde is that Mercury was so fast and he wanted to be more fast. So he stole the flying shoes. And since he stole the flying shoes, nobody can catch him. Okay, that's the story. And God says, like, well, here is you can keep the shoes, but half of the time you're going to work for me. You're going to deliver the messages from me to the people. Since you're the fastest one, that's what I'm going to do. And that's why, like, half of the time with the pre-shadow and after-shadow period, Mercury retrograde, the half of the time of the year has something to do with the retrogrades. Okay, and here is some of you during this period, you're going to receive something with your destiny. You're going to receive dreams, visions, and things like this. Be ready for it. Open it up. Open up the things that are from within. because with the North Node, this is what you're going to do now. But also the South Node, it's an opposite side. You will be able to do your past. What did you do in your past? So you will have this experience from the past showing up now into the present. What do you do with your destiny? What do you do with this thing? And it's gonna take some 2 days period that's gonna comes in close. It's gonna be exact and it's gonna go forward. But Mercury is gonna come retrograde. Those messages, I'm suggesting you look at it. Okay. Nicholas Blackstone, imagine negotiations with God. With God, can I make negotiations? Okay. No contracts with this. All right. God's giving you the guidance with love. He tells you, go watch the love and everything else. You begin to create negotiations. This is like you try to trick God, maybe if you're using your ego and some sort. So I will go a little different there, but communications with God instead of negotiations with God, 100%. I'm there with you, Nicholas. This understanding of Mercury story makes me appreciate of the energy. Yeah, so you know that if you've been go through these positions in these retrograde motions, I bet you do. For so as you see it here, though, the moon is got three oppositions that is towards Mars, Neptune, and Jupiter. Some of you is not gonna like the growth. Some of you is not gonna like what you see, and some of you is gonna see that the fight you are fighting, you are actually the enemy. Is that gonna make you mad? Some of you is gonna have a big time realizations. But if you use your ego and you have this warrior type again, yeah, I'm a more strong, I will do it my way. Well, guess what? You don't have a clear visions for the future, and Jupiter, it's already crossed Aries. You ain't going to the new cycle like this. There is a time when a lot of the people will make mistakes because of it. Finding a solution that can accomplish both Mercury and God's will, utilize the power and help us. There you go. That, yes, that is going to be great. So be mindful about these energies, all right? Because the divine energy here, it's towards Saturn. Take a look at it, the hidden things, revelations. Whoa, there's going to be some revelations, all right? And the moon is got a trine towards Pluto. That is about transformation. You to transform. Pluto is retrograde too. So now you have this retrograde things going. Okay. And the moon, it's really putting it towards destiny. Like, ouch. Time to look at it this. Time to heal. So we can go ahead and do our destiny. Don't forget, the moon is in Virgo. Virgo is the healing house. It's the mother take care of the child. Okay, thinking about the emergent variant Jesus. Okay, so on Thursday, the moon is going to be in Libra. Relationships. Oh, that's going to be a good one, right? But the moon, it's going to be opposing Venus. Well, they weren't like this, or it wasn't like that. That's what it happened. I don't want to grow, or you are going to receive this Mercury retrograde trine. You see this beautiful pyramid trine? Trine pyramid. I don't know, the screen is kind of like a little crazy. But that is a trine between Pluto, Mercury retrograde, and the moon. You use that good part of understanding partnerships and this internal communications within yourself, and you transform. Don't forget, Libra is the seventh house. All the contracts goes there. That's the house of God. Okay. Uh, what I'm saying, the house of God, because your personal relationship with God, it's there. All the relationships are there, including the most important relationship between yourself and God. Okay, that's how it goes. Libra, it's the only one thing that it doesn't have nothing in common with human or animal in the zodiac. I'm a Libra, but it's not because of this. I'm just telling you so you can understand it, how important is your communications with divine. Okay, so look at this energy more as evolution. Look at it as to transform, work on yourself. Okay. On Friday, be careful on Friday, and I'll tell you why to be careful on Friday, because of this square here with Pluto. They don't transform, I won't transform. Okay, if I don't get this love, then I don't need to transform. Don't hurt your love. It's Friday the 13th. Yeah, it's gonna be a Friday the 13th. But if you use the divine energy that comes in, there's gonna be some finger of God yacht, um, and it's gonna point out where. It's right in here. There is the sun and the north node. Divine time, revelations with your relationships, so you can get in your destiny. You probably gonna learn about your destiny for sure this time. But what are you going to do on a Friday the 13th with yourself? Kind of funny, doesn't it? So as you look here, the other side, it's Neptune and Pisces. Confusions. What are you confused about? Your destiny? Confused of the new things that been revealed to you? You may be confused of the things that you did in the past. You can change. You can transform. But in order you to transform, you have to get into this transformations, learning your destiny. There is the trine between the sun with the north node through Pluto. Pluto is retrograde in Capricorn. Art, cardinal changes on art. And this energy is going to be helping you to overcome this. Maybe the visions from the previous 2-3 days, that is going to come to you. You going to learn something important about yourself. Started the night shift duo. I will watch it tomorrow. Much love to everyone. Jenny, I wish you a great shift. Thank you for watching the video. Yes, you'll watch it later on. I appreciate being here. It is possible to cut cord with the twin flame. The answer is yes, and the only person who the only thing that cuts a cord with a twin flame is God, not you. There's always going to be a connection with your twin flame. Always. Deep inside of you. During the exchange energies, you left energies in them, they left energies in you. Even if you cut cords, so even if God separates you, there's always going to be connections with you. Let's not go over there. Now you can cut cords on a base of energetic cords or cords because of psychology behaviors and so on. This cords, yes, you can cut it out, but that energy in the soul, uh, that's the power of God. Okay, because here's what happens. Let me get this straight for you guys as about us twin flames. When a God connects you and them connects the two portions of the internal world into a one world, one dream, one an opportunity, one goal, one love. Okay, but if the one or the other creates a mess into that creation of God, that one thing, he disconnects that energy. And when he disconnects it, you will not want to be alive. This is like God put you in the paradise and you don't appreciate it. I wish you are not the reason for this. I wish. So on Saturday, the moon is going to move into Scorpio. Divine energy towards Mercury. Ooh, you probably learned dark stuff inside of you. And now through these messages, you've seen things that were hidden, hidden, secrets, something within the underworld. Is that something about you? And we have this square with Pluto. You know, Moon in Scorpio, squaring Pluto. You want to make transformations or you want to do things, but hidden through a third party communications, or you want to do something the sneaky ways, or you want to tell halfway truth. There's gonna be some this things for it, because Scorpio, they want to be 100%. Others wants to be 100% honest to them, but are they 100% honest to others? Whoopsie daisy. No, no. Scorpio is always holding one secret. Always. Always, always, always. Maybe that secret is about time to get off, because that secret prevents you from happiness. Some people that they have a Scorpio stuff, they will want this energy when the moon is there. And that is on Saturday. On Sunday, the moon is still going to be in Scorpio. We are going to have a T square here. There's going to be a T square towards your destiny and the sun. You are going to have a square towards Saturn. Now what? All hell gets loose. And be careful with this energy, because you might damage some people during this period, because the Scorpio gets into this warrior energy. Be mindful about that every time this Saturn, it is like you haven't learned. Don't do something you don't know nothing about it, or don't do something you haven't know the whole things. And here you are, you create an actions, but you don't have the information. If you don't have the information, why are you acting on it? Okay. There's going to be some a beautiful trine with Mars and Neptune coming together. Now the warrior wants to seek. He wants to have a clear vision. It's like, I'm tired of this folk. I'm tired of these things. I am, but it is still folk. You're in Pisces, in duality sign, manipulation sign. Oh, you manipulate things, or you are under manipulations. That may make you angry because the moon is also in Scorpio. Careful with the anger during Sunday, all right? But take your time to see this darkness, because the divine energy here, okay, uh, that is Lilith, the dark moon. What's that? Your own darkness is there. Do you accept yourself as a dark and the light? Do you accept that the people can be dark, not only light, or you only see them with the pink glasses? That's what it's so important during this retrogrades to be very, very calm down. Whatever it happens, the ocean's gonna be oceans, the earth's still gonna be earth, hopefully. And the thing is, we're not using our egos to do some things. So now I'm gonna take a few questions, and we'll do this. Taking notes one, feeling somewhat fatigued with all that has come out from the deepest recesses of my mind. We use this content to focus. Yes, focus. What you focus, that will grows. You focus on inner peace, you're going to have inner peace. You focus on aggravations, your anger grows. You focus on whatever it is, focus on love, focus on God, focus on the universe energies. See what's going to happen in there. Scorpio Sun with Pisces. Scorpio Sun. Ray, are you a Scorpio Sun? And your twin flame, it's a Pisces. This is very good. A lot of emotions in there. You guys are both water. That's a lot of good things too. But let me go back to this focus too. When you focus on your growth, when you focus on your things during the Mercury retrograde specifically, when you receive these messages, okay? For example, last night I received a message about diving deep. There was something about astrology that I have to evolve in there, right? And there was something that was between me and another person that came out as a question, and I'm like, okay, I'll see this. And there was this information comes in, you didn't see that. So I went in, I get up in the morning, I went deep into it, I did the research, and I find out, okay, that the one person is connected to the past karma of the other person, and the other person is really connected to the north node of the other person. It's kind of like the one gives the power to the other, and the other gives the power. So this kind of like work together. And I'm like, okay, but why I have to learn this? And then it hit me like a ton of bricks from above, and that was it. You're here to evolve your soul. That's why the north and the south nodes are important. You're here for soul evolutions. Rest of it, it is the problems that you have to solve. But you focus on the problem, you don't have time to solve your main things. Your main things is your soul and the south node of what you did before, and the north node, what you're doing today, your destiny. What do you do that with? That is the important message during this Mercury retrograde. I always hit like ton of breaks. Okay, because people come to me, I do their charts, and I tell them what they're in the world, what they need to focus, and the karma and all this stuff. But today, that was the most important thing is astrology, to give you a guidance about your soul evolutions, to get the things for. And now when you have two people, they're coming in together, then you see what the divine had in there involved. You see it in there. You can determine it that this is twin flames or not. Only way you determine it when the third energy is present, but you can see when the one person has Neptune and the other one's got Jupiter, the growth. Oops, the growth is there. All right. So let's see if it's any other questions for it. If you guys have any questions, I'm ready to answer it. If you're not, I'm gonna close down. Here it's like 10:40 p.m. It's about bedtime here. Okay. So again, I appreciate for the super chat reports, guys. Please connect with me on the Facebook on the Messenger, and I will schedule some time to be a one-on-one. Ray of light. Thank you. All right, guys. Well, thank you for being here. Thank you for the chat, and I see that this help you guys when we chatting here. When I do the astrology reports, they're gonna be continued to be exactly live as they are. I won't be pre-record them and post them and decide when to post them. No, it's going to be like this. So you guys can be involved as well. So thank you guys, and appreciate you, and be love. Thank you, Maria.